Agora sim.
It's not today the main things of stepping Mars. Mars become popular in science fiction movies and has become a constant issue in private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin and in private universities. Every day the man thinks on stepping in another way, and these private companies show interest in commercial flights and colonization itself. Each new discovery, Mars presents itself a good option in a completely hostile planet or nearby our Earth. Mars, knows a red planet, is much more Earth-like than it appears. But before we know about Mars, let's get familiar with our neighborhood, the solar system. The solar system is a cluster of planets, asteroids, meteors, comets, and other celestial bodies orbiting around the stars. In our case, our star is Sun. Our Sun is a center of our system solar that made apart our galaxy. That galaxy contains 403 billions of stars. And this galaxy is just another one over billions of other galaxies. We are very small. Here we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Pluto is not a planet anymore. Sorry.
It's a dog.
Yes. We can divide the planets into two large groups, terrestrial and gas giants. The first four, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, are terrestrial because they have a solid surface. You can land on these planets. And the other ones, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are considered gas because they are almost completely gaseous. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. So big that if Earth were the size of grape, Jupiter would be a size of basketball. A curious point is the red spot on Jupiter, very famous, this red one, is a big storm happening 100 years and is bigger than our planet. Almost to scale. But Mars. Could be Mars, our home, possibly to a solution to extinction of humanity. But what Mars, nor Venus, or Jupiter is bigger, or even Moon that's closer? Let's figure it out. Known as a red planet, Mars is the fourth planet of solar system. Mars has a temperature is really cold compared to Earth. Today is minus 16 degrees, and at night the temperature can reach 140 degrees. Mars can see with naked eye at the night. I'm always talking to you, look at the sky at night to see Mars, a red point on the sky. And do you know morning stars? Morning stars, the first star that appears on the sky.
Yes.
I don't want talking in Portuguese, but the first star is Venus, not a planet. It's not a star, it's a planet. Mars is almost the half size of the Earth. If the Earth was a 10-second coin, Mars would be a grape, aspirin peel, sorry. And the distance Mars to our Sun is 229 million of kilometers. Mars is not alone. Mars has two moons. We have just one, but Mars have two. The name is Phobos and Deimos. They believe they are asteroids captured by Martian orbiting. So gravity of Mars are so slow, they not so spirit like our moon. Phobos and Deimos in Greek mythology is sons of Ares, god of war, knows how well Mars. If we could see the sky on Mars, it would be very different we used to see on Earth. It's red. The surface on Mars has many colors: brown, gold, red, because the iron oxidation on the rocks and the very dust suspended on the air all the time. This dust cover the all planet makes the planet appears is red, totally red. there is water in Mars. That's important to consider an option to our next home. The surface of Mars is so fine, so thin that the water not keep so long in a solid state, in a liquid state, but it has water. That's important. In the chosen one, what makes Mars a special planet? Some scientists believe Mars is in a place called habitable zone. Habitable zone is a region of the solar system where solar heat levels are not so strong to evaporate oceans or rivers, and not so weak to a possibility to have water keep frozen. Earth lies in habitable zone, and science believes Mars too. The planet orbits too close to Sun like Mercury. There's no possibility to have water in no one state. And Neptune, for example, so far the stars is a frozen ball, practically. As I told before, many companies show interest to commercial flights, to colonization of Mars, but before this, you need to study, you need to learn about Mars. It is what exactly happening now with NASA with 1,000 missions on Red Planet. Last year, InSight landing in Mars is a stationary robot to study the soil, study the material impacts, and send the analysis to Earth to compare of our impact. There are two guys, these rovers, they have great mobility, opportunity and curiosity, like this. They have great mobility, as I told you, and then collect sample, make holes on the ground, and collect little rocks and send to Earth to analyze. We compare the rocks on the Mars and the rocks on the Earth. These guys can take selfies, take photos too. Besides all satellites orbits on Mars. This is a real picture from Mars, taken for one of the robots, not Texas. This Mars is not so ready when you think it, because the color can change.
When you get close.
The original picture is on Mars, and NASA, how can I say, can improve the colors to better visual information. This is a sample of a hole made by one rover. Collect some rocks. And this some housing prospect on Mars when we live in Mars, on the ground or above, because it's really cold. And the next picture, the last one, and I bring it to you to show the Earth in Mars is quite similar. It's a sunset. The sunset in Earth, the sunset in Mars. It's the same star, the same sun, in 2 words.
Okay. Why did you choose this topic?
I love astronomy since I was a kid.
Why aren't you an astronaut or I mean, you are not an astronomer.
No. I want to study in university, but USB is so far away from my home. But I'm studying in my home. I like this issue. Astronomy, planets, university, galaxy, intelligent, virtual life, everything.
Would you go? Would you try to travel and live there if there was this opportunity for us?
Not living there because it's
My
a
family's here.
it's a one-way trip.
Uh-huh.
It is 80 months to get there. It's too expensive to get there. If you have the research to bring someone there, you need to put there and bring more, not put there and back to Earth. So, but I wanna stay alive to see this happen.
I see. If there was the opportunity, for example, the guys settle everything and say, oh, now we start moving people there.
Mars?
Yeah.
Now.
Really?
Now.
Really?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. We leave the family behind and everything just to go to another planet?
This is just one life.
Okay.
It's too big.
Will you take your wife with you or not?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Johnny. Congratulations, okay?
So, can I go?
Yeah.